Hello everyone. In this session, we're going to dive deeper into the Python functions and take a look at what kind of arguments we can use. So arguments are what we pass to the function for it to do something with. Let's take a look at this function here. We're defining a function called greet and we're going to pass two arguments. The parameters are name and message or MSG. So what we want this function to do is to print out hello with the name that's going to pick up from this portion here. Then we're going to also print out the message that the user has passed. So let's try and run this function and see what happens when we give it Monica and good morning. So this is the outcome. The function has used Monica in the first place and good morning in the second place. So this is a good example of how Python uses the functional positioning of the arguments to apply the things. So name will be the first argument that it gets. Message will be the second argument it gets. So it knows this one will come here and this one will come here. Now, what happens if we do not give it two arguments? Remember that we have defined the function with two arguments and we try to pass only one argument. So let's try and run it and see what happens. So we get an error report, and if we look at the error report, it says it's missing one required positional argument. And this is the name of the parameter. This is the one that is missing. So you will notice that it's specified here that a positional argument is missing. Now, to correct this situation, we have to give it another argument. Let's say we give it another argument hi, and then now it works fine. Right? What happens if we give it no arguments at all? Once again, it's got an error, and this time it's pointed out that we are missing two required positional arguments. So there are some ways in which we can overcome this issue, and let's look at them one by one. One of the ways we can do it is by using what are called default arguments. Now, default arguments can be defined at the time of defining the function itself. So here now we are defining the function again, greet. We say take this argument and call it name. So name is the variable within the function that will be assigned to whatever comes in here. And the second variable within the function is going to be MSG. But this time we are also saying MSG equals good morning. So we are initializing this MSG right here within the definition of the function itself. So what this is going to do is, whenever we run the function, it's going to look for the first positional argument, assign it name, and the second one MSG. If it finds it, say we said hello in the second MSG, it's going to assign hello to MSG. But if no argument has been passed, then it's going to say, okay, you haven't given me anything, so I'm going to use my default value, which is going to be good morning. So if we run the function with greet Kate, it's going to say Kate, okay, Kate is a name here, and the second argument is going to look for it, it's not going to find it, and it's going to say, okay, there's no second argument, so I'll take MSG equals good morning. And this will mean that we do not get any error report. For the second line, we're going to pass it two arguments. So it's going to use Bruce as a name and how do you do as the argument. Now because we have given it the argument, this message will not be used. The default value will not be used. Let's see how it looks like. So there we have it. Good morning, because it was a default argument. We never provided a second argument. And how do you do? Because we actually did provide a second argument. So we are able to run the function with one argument or with two arguments, both ways. This can be helpful if your function you are trying to use has got a number of arguments and you only want to use one or two and you are happy with using the rest as default. And you will come across this a lot when you go to the machine learning libraries, and we'll come to those later, of course. Now let's look at another way Python deals with arguments, and these are called keyword arguments. Now keyword arguments are where you are specifying what goes where. Let's say we are defining a function name equals to Bruce and message equals how do you do. So we've got two parameters here, name and message, and both the parameters have been given default values. Now what this does is, of course, if you want to call the function without any argument, these are the values it will take. But suppose you call the function with arguments that are out of order. What happens then? So in that case, what will happen is that you specify message is this one and name is this one. Let me show it to you how it works. Okay, first thing we do is we define the function. We run it. Now what's happened here is that we said name is equal to Bruce. It understands that because in our initial function definition, we'd already said that one of the arguments is called name, the parameter is name, and we're giving it a value Bruce. But the second one, now we have given it a positional argument after a named argument. So this doesn't work in Python. If you want to give a positional argument, they have to come before the keyword arguments. So if these are the lines that we are running, name is Bruce and message is how do you do, this works fine because both of them are keyword arguments. This also works fine because both of them are keyword arguments. Even if they are out of order, we know we have already told Python that I want you to use name as Bruce, and for message I want you to use how do you do. So it doesn't matter if the order is not there. Python understands because we have given it what names you are going to use within the function. But this one here, now look, we have said Bruce is the first one. It is a positional argument. We haven't told Python what it is. But because name is the first argument in the function itself, so it's going to allot Bruce to name. Then we have used a keyword argument. We have specified, Python, I want message to be how do you do. This works because the positional argument has come before the keyword argument. So all these three lines of code are going to run fine, not a problem. But this one here, this one is not going to run fine because the positional argument has come after the keyword argument. So this is the positional one, it's come after the keyword argument. Now let's talk about arbitrary arguments. If you want to find a situation where you can pass a number of values to a function, then you can use an asterisk. So what this tells Python is, get ready to receive names, but there may be more than one. So when we pass the function a value such as this one, we say greet and we give it 4 values, Monica, Luke, Steven, John. It's going to pack them all into a tuple and pass the whole tuple as an argument to this function. And that's happening because of the asterisk. And within the function, then we can use the tuple and we can loop over it and print out each of the names individually. Let's run it and see. So you can see it works fine. Now obviously you can also use a single argument. That works fine too, but if you want to pass 2 arguments, that is also going to work just as well. So these are some of the ways in which Python arguments work. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.